Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mike. I'm here to do a quick overview and review of the Optoma HD 141X. I just got this in the mail about a week ago. Overall, there's definitely some really nice things about it. There's some things I don't really like about it. And I will also let you know why I'm probably going to return mine. So let's get into it, and here we go. Alright guys, so first things first, let's go over the projector a little bit. Here's your box that it comes in, just your regular box. It did come padded very, very well. It shipped really well, so that's huge, at least to me. I don't want my stuff broken when it arrives. Looks like right now they're doing a little thing where when you get this, if you do a review, you get a $50 gift card. It's pretty cool. Other than that, not a big box, pretty small. Came FedEx. Here's the projector itself. It's actually really, really light. Has this little plastic lens cap that goes on and off of it. All your ports are on the side rather than the back. If you're gonna mount it to the ceiling, all your cables can go out the side, and you can, go into the ceiling or go across the ceiling, however you decide to do that. On the top of the projector here, we have our keystone, we have our resync. You do a source search, a help button if you need it. You have your menu button, and then you have your power on and off. Also on the top here, you have your focus and you have your zoom. This part feels very, very cheap to me. When I move the focus around, it feels, I don't want to say it feels loose, but it just doesn't feel put together very well. Same with the zoom. Not only can I do it left and right, but there's a little bit of play in it where I can kind of, nudge it up and down a little bit. So that is kind of disappointing in my opinion. I mean, you're gonna spend $600 for something. I want the quality of the build to be pretty good. On the bottom of the projector, you have these little pegs here. So if you're putting it on a tabletop, the way I was using it downstairs to test it out, I had it on a tabletop, and to project onto my wall, I put the back pegs up a little bit, so that way my projector faced down a little bit, so I could get the image where I wanted it on the wall. Also, with the projector, Optoma disc. Basically, this just has your user manual and your quick start tutorials and whatnot. And then also you got your power cord. That's pretty much it. That comes with it. So let's go over the pros of the projector. First off, the image quality is awesome. The picture looks really good. I had a couple of my buddies over the other night for Monday Night Football, and we were watching it. They even said, they're like, wow, we feel like we're at a movie theater right now. This looks really cool. But for them, it was cool. For me, it's not so much. I have very, very sensitive eyes to the DLP. I see the rainbow effect. Some people using DLP projectors, it does affect them. So I was doing a lot of research about the DLP effect on some people and how it affects some people. Unfortunately, I am one of those people that the DLP projection, for some reason, affects with my eyes. It was giving me a headache. It was making my eyes feel super heavy, very strained. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. If you're someone who is very light sensitive, if you get headaches from lights and whatnot, one example I can use, a lot of older houses and like the washrooms, when you walk in to have those the lights that flicker really fast, those give me an instant headache when I walk into them. So if you're someone that has a reaction to that kind of light, I would probably look elsewhere than a DLP projector. That's kind of the basis I'm using, but I mean, then again, I'm no professional, no expert on this. This is, my opinion and my situation. You might be different, but just want to give you a heads up just in case. So another pro on the HD 141X. One thing I noticed are the speakers on it are actually pretty good. I mean, if you have a projection set up, more than likely you're going to hook up home theater to it. So if you're spending the money on a projector and you're going through the work of mounting it and, having a home theater set up, I would really hope you're not relying on the internal speakers. But if you're someone like me who's kind of buying it piece by piece, for the time being, it works. It's pretty cool. I've watched some episodes of The Walking Dead, and I've watched a few movies on it, and really I didn't have any issues at all. There's no crackling. The overall sound is not too bad. It's a 10-watt speaker that's inside the projector. So overall, not too bad. It will definitely get you by if you're waiting a couple weeks to pick up that home theater to go with your projector, or if you even have a home theater system, you just hook it right up. One other cool thing about this projector, the HDMI 1 has the MHL. So if you have like a Roku stick, something similar, you have the converter for your iPhone. You get the lightning cable into an HDMI. You can plug it straight in. You can stream whatever's on your phone or the Roku stick. You can basically turn this into a smart projector, I guess if you want to say, and have apps, like Netflix and Hulu and all that. So definitely some cool things about this projector. Like I said, the image looks great. It's crisp. I played Madden on it. I played GTA on it just to test it out. It looked really cool. I tested out the Dark Knight Blu-ray on it. It looked awesome. To me, it looked awesome, but it's not worth sacrificing a possible headache or my eyes straining. So unfortunately, this is not the projector for me, which will lead us to our cons. So one of the cons at first was there's a few settings that come on this projector that were driving me nuts. I could not figure some of the stuff out, and the instruction guide that comes on the disc really isn't all that great. Basically, when I turned this thing on and then I went to turn it off, it would turn off, but I could still hear a fan spinning inside. So I thought, maybe this is the style of projector. Maybe it's going to run, for 4 or 5 minutes to just cool down dramatically. So I ended up going out. I got some food. I came back. Projector was still running. So I was like, what the heck is going on? I looked into it a little bit, and I figured out when you go into the settings, you have to go to the lamp settings, and you have either, I want to say it was dynamic and eco was an option. And for some reason, when it's on eco, it continues to spin. If you put it on dynamic, it ends up shutting it off when you turn the projector off, which obviously I wanted it to shut off when I shut the projector off. So I had to go in, I had to change that. So that was, somewhat troublesome at first because I had to figure out exactly what was going on. Other than that, like I said before, the lens cap I think could be a little better quality. But other con, another one I mentioned before, I'll mention it again. This just seems a little bit loose to me. The whole entire structure of the focus for the lens, it doesn't really feel like that great of a build quality to me. Then again, it could be one of those things where you mount it up on a ceiling, you're going to focus it one time to make sure it lines up perfectly with your screen, and hopefully it's not going to get touched again. So I didn't notice any kind of issues of any kind of vibrations from the fan or anything knocking it out of focus. It stays in focus even though it is a little loose. This is the remote that came with it. The remote is nice, although one thing I could say that I would like a little bit better is if it wasn't so bright. It's backlit. It has a blue backlit. As you can see, I just turned it on. Right now it's pretty light in here, so you're not going to see it. But if you're sitting at nighttime watching a movie and you want to change something, this thing gets really bright, and it really, you're looking at it. You're looking at a dark screen, you look at this, bright blue lights in your eyes. It's not a good thing. Although it does have, a nice interface, it's laid out pretty well. So that's my take on it. Here's a view of the projector. Right now I'm streaming this off of my Apple TV. So this is Netflix. See if I can get a different angle here. The weird coloring lines that you see, that's just from filming on my DSLR right now. I don't literally see that in person. As you can see, the picture is really good. It's really clear. I think it's showing up a little bit brighter on the camera than it really is on the screen right now. As you can hear, like I was saying before, the speaker on the projector is pretty good. I wouldn't recommend relying off of a speaker on a projector though. More than likely you're going to hook up a home theater system to it.
Really?
But now we're on level 4 and it,
I'm wearing this one. How?
Sit up.
Yeah.
This.
But if you're someone like me who, is kind of buying your setup in pieces and you're fine with just doing, bits and pieces here and there, just using this, the speaker right now for a little while is actually, not too bad. Here's another really good example. I put on an animation movie just because I figured in my opinion, I think, you know, the animated movies look the best. As you can see, the picture is really, really good. Just figured I would show this for reference, so if anyone is in the market for a cheap DLP projector, you know, if I didn't have the issue I have with my eyes, I would be totally pumped with this projector because it really does look, it looks awesome. And it's pretty low budget for someone, you know, who doesn't want to spend a lot of money. So overall, in conclusion, I would say if you're someone who prefers a DLP projector over an LCD and you don't have the issues of the you know, the color wheel spinning, and you know, you don't get heavy eyes, you don't get headaches, whatever, I would say this is an awesome entry-level projector. It's 1080p, 3D support if you get the glasses. I didn't get to try 3D. I don't have glasses. 3D is either, it's not make or break. I don't really care one way or the other. If I have 3D, it might be something I try out, you know, once or twice a year. Other than that, I prefer not to wear glasses on my face to watch TV. Other than that, if you don't have those issues with the DLP, I would recommend this. If you're someone who's looking, you know, to spend under 600 bucks, I got this thing for 589 bucks on buydig.com. If you are in that price range, this is definitely something to consider. Reading online, I know there's some other models that are pretty comparable. I know BenQ has one, but if you're someone who's looking for, you know, LCD, if you do have the light issue like I have, you could look for an LCD projector. That's what I have downstairs. It's an Epson. I do not get any of the issues from that. I could watch that thing all day and not get a headache or, you know, eye strain or whatever it is. However, I do feel like the DLP probably puts out a much crisper image, and it's you know, your brights are brighter, your darks are darker, that kind of thing. But I'm willing to give that up, you know, and not have a headache. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, subscribe. I'm going to try and do some more reviews of some other products and whatnot that I get. I might end up getting the Epson 2030. It's a 1080p LCD projector. Since I'm probably going to be sending this one back, I'll get that one to replace this one. And then once I get that, I'll do a review on that. If there's anything else you guys would like to know, let me know. Hit me up. Leave me a comment down below. And I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Hey, what's up guys? This is Mike. I'm here to do a quick overview and review of the Optoma HD 141X. I just got this in the mail about a week ago. Overall, there's definitely some really nice things about it. There's some things I don't really like about it. And I will also let you know why I'm probably going to return mine. So let's get into it, and here we go. Alright guys, so first things first, let's go over the projector a little bit. Here's your box that it comes in, you know, just your regular box. It did come padded very, very well. It shipped really well, so that's huge, at least to me. I don't want my stuff broken when it arrives. Looks like right now they're doing a little thing where when you get this, if you do a review, you get a $50 gift card. It's pretty cool. Other than that,